Hello, guys. It's your girl, Steph Perez. Welcome to Thursday Night Conversations. Say hello as you are popping on. We're getting ready to dive into things. Super excited for tonight, as I always am. And as you can see by the title, we're going to talk about the keys to six-figure success with digital marketing. All right. So this is the exact plan that I followed to have my first really big business breakthrough. It's the exact plan that I followed to experience my first six-figure year online many years ago. It's the exact same plan that I've been following. Like every single time I do exceptionally well inside of my business, this is the plan that I follow. And I have to emphasize, whenever I do exceptionally well, it's because, like most humans, right, there are things that we know to do. And in fact, there are some times where, like, we know if we do such a thing, we're going to get X result, right? But we just don't do the thing, right? So there definitely have been quite a few years where I just didn't do the thing. But there were also quite a few years that I didn't know that this formula actually existed. And that's why I felt so inspired to share it with you guys tonight. Is because, like I've been saying recently, literally, we all should be earning. Like, in my opinion, right? We all should be earning. And I want to do my very best to help more really good people build their own little empires on the internet. Who wants to build their own little empires? Like, it occurred to me, like, I think we all know on a daily basis, like, we only have one life to live on this earth, right? Only one life to live, only one time, right, to do the things that we want to do. One life, right, to experience things. And it's so funny because today, my husband and I, we sent in a renewal for our passports. We had cards and now we're getting a passport book. And I said, well, now since we have our passport books on the way, like, we're going to book, right, some out of country travel. Because most of the time we do cruises, which you don't need a passport book. You just need a card, which is why we had a card all this time. But he's like, no, this time we're getting a book. And so I'm like, since we're going to get a book, right, and since we have books on the way, right, we're going to go ahead, right, and we're scheduling some out of country experiences. And when I said that, I looked back at him and said, because we only live once. Like, we only live once, right? And as I was getting ready for tonight's live, I was like, you know what, the people need to know, we only live once. Right? Like, we have one shot. If this is what you want to do, like growing an online business, growing an online empire, like, that's what I look at this as. Like, this is my opportunity, like, to use this free space, right? To use Google, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like, whatever you want. It's all free for us to use outside of having internet connection. Like, what's really stopping us? Right? So it's like, this is our time where we really want to make this real for ourselves. We absolutely can. And I show up to help you dream again. I show up to help you be more inspired. I show up to help remind you of what it takes and how we're going to make this happen. I show up to be an example of what is possible. I share up to share my own expertise, my own experiences, even my own mistakes, like, that I've made along the way, right? In a sincere effort to really want to see other people get this. All right. So just type in empire in the live chat. If you're like, you know what, I'm not doing this for anything less than building an empire. Like, I'm not here to dip my toe in the water. I'm not here just to see what happens. I'm here to leave a mark. I'm here to make something happen. I'm here to change my life. I'm here to become job optional. I'm here to vacation more. Like, whatever the case may be, right? Let's just go ahead and build an empire, right, in pursuit of all those goals. And then all of those goals, right, like, they just begin to be things that we get to do, right, because we built this empire for ourselves. Y'all, to me, like, that's what this really represents. And I want to inspire and help way more people go so much harder in this space, because I truly believe, and I want to say I even know, that I don't think enough people really understand, like, what this can do for them. I don't think they know what's at stake. I think they think they're going to live forever, right? Like, and I just feel like, why not seize the day? Like, why not seize every single day? And here's a question I want to ask you, all right, before I get just too deep into my inspiration around this, all right? But keeping those things in mind, if you knew, okay, I'm talking to all of y'all, okay? I'm talking to all of you guys right now. If you knew success was certain, okay, hear me on this. Because the fact of the matter is, I know the majority of people don't believe success is certain. I want you to mull that over just for a second. Okay. I'm only saying this because that was once me. I always knew, hear me on this. I always knew that this was going to be my new way of life. Like I knew that I wouldn't be denied in that way. I knew that I would pull off making this my new way of life. But it's deciding to experience the kind of outcome I'm experiencing now, I don't think that I really knew that was certain. I think I always thought that there had to be a measure of struggle, and feast and famine, and launching big, but then not knowing where the next monies was coming from. Can I just be real? I think because that was my reality, right? I think that I bought into like that's just what business is: feast and famine, up and down, don't know what's happening. But then coming into this year, I was like, no, like we're going to decide to do things differently. And then again, I have this course to thank for so much of it, as I always say, right? Like sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And sometimes it's the unexpected thing that just wakes you up and allows you to realize that you haven't truly been going hard enough, right? Or that there are things you didn't know and now you need to apply them to really get what you want. Or sometimes they just open your eyes to doing things differently. So if you knew success was certain, what would you do differently, or what would you begin doing? Right? So for anyone that might have been like hanging out with me all this year, right? Like all this time this year, right? What had you believing success was not certain? Like if you didn't take action, if you weren't going hard enough, right? Because believe it or not, when we know something is certain, right, we take the actions to move us closer to it because it's certain. There is no doubt. There is no wondering. Like we know it's certain, right? Therefore, there are things that I know I got to do. And by not doing those things, right, I'm saying I don't believe success is certain, that I believe that any step I take, it is a gamble. But y'all, life by default is a gamble all by itself. It's just a hand, right, that you're not deciding to throw. You're just deciding the gamble, like for it to be whatever it's going to be. You're not deciding to be the one taking the calculated risk, right? So if you knew success was certain, what would you do differently, right? Or what would you begin to do? A lot of times people say things like, Steph, you're so consistent. It's not that I'm consistent. Like, I don't even think I like to use that word. I just do what I know to do to get what it is that I want, right? I believe consistency is like a willful act of doing, like you're making yourself do. Where for me, like my business is just what I do. It's what I know to do to get a certain result. And it's because I know that my success is certain. I know that the possibility of failure does not even exist. I know making sales, goose egging, people not buying from me, none of that makes sense. None of that's real. That'll never happen, right? And I know there's some people out there believe in jinxing and stuff. No, I don't. I believe I open my doors, I do what's expected, my business is going to get an outcome, right? Because I believe and I know that my success is certain. So I really want you to really, really think about that. All right. Because I believe like if you have not been applying yourself to the fullest, or maybe you've let, 7 months go by, right? And you've been in a state of, I don't know, right? That's 7 months of, I don't know. And where has it gotten you? Versus 7 months of, right, doing things to move your business forward where you can look up and say, wow, right? Like there have been definite changes. That's what I want to help more people do, is really to take advantage of every single day, because it's your empire, right? It's your empire, Carla. It's your empire, Marissa. It's your empire, Victory Glow. It's your empire, Tony, right? It's your empire. So what are you going to do to actually build your empire? All right. Tonight, I'm going to break down the formula that I have followed, right? So many times, literally. And it's like my success was guaranteed when I followed this. Every single breakthrough I've had, all right, every single big year, every time I was just like in the flow of my business, this is what I followed. And this is exactly what I'm following right now. All right. So grab your notebook. We're going to dive deep because I want to help you in a big way. All right. So write this down, all right? You might have heard it before, but I guarantee you, right? You haven't subscribed to it. And that's what I want to help you do today. All right? This formula, you guys, is the power of one. All right? It's exactly how I hit my first major breakthrough. I'm going to just give you guys cliff notes. So again, if you are anywhere where I was then, I want you to understand it doesn't matter where you are right now. So my first major breakthrough, yes, when I first got started online, right? Like I had a really, really phenomenal start for sure. But when I say my first breakthrough, it was at a point where like I just didn't know what my business was going to do or where it was going to go. And I was down to like my last $200. And I remember an opportunity presented itself. I took advantage of the opportunity. And about 3 or 4 days after I invested, that's when I finally made my mind up that I was going to do it. All right. I put everything in order, here we go, right? Built my capture page, built my sales page, right? Built my autoresponder series. Any of this sound familiar? And y'all, this was 2013. All right. Any of this sound familiar? Right. And then once I had all those things built, I said, okay, Steph, you're not going to touch it and you're going to get on YouTube and do what you do. And so from taking $147 of that last $200 and it made up mine, I went out there and by my third week, I was earning $3,000 a week. I set a goal to earn $3,000 my first month. That first month, I earned $6,000. Within 60 days, I had earned over $17,000. All right. It was the power of one. The very first year that I hit 6 figures, I hit $108,000 that year. All right. The way that I did that was the power of one. I went into that year with the made up mind that I wanted to finally hit 6 figures. All right. And I focused on the power of one. Everything I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about is what I focused on. All right. And I know that if I would have understood and had this mind shift, which is why I felt so called to do this tonight, that remember I got started in 2007. I had my first major breakthrough where I started earning, $10,000 plus a month in 2013. And I had my first 6-figure year in 2014 or 2015. I forget which year. Had I known what I know now then, so even though I was implementing the power of one during that time, I didn't know it was the power of one. It just felt like the right thing to do, to focus. That was all it was focus, Steph. Had I known this sooner, there's nothing in me that believes I would not have made it happen sooner. Because everything I did was contrary to the power of one. I had shiny object syndrome for the first few years of my business. I was hopping around from deal to deal. I was trying to sell 2 and 3 and 4 different things. Every month or two, I was in something new. I was sharing new things with my email list all the time. Like I was just all over the place. So while I made decent money, I wasn't always working and repping the most reputable opportunities. So sometimes they just went away and left me with nothing. Right. But even with all those things, had I understood this, I could have made anything work with this power of one. All right. So the very, very first thing when it comes to this power of one, y'all, we are not playing around. We're diving right into it because I want to dive deep into a lot of these points. All right. Someone type in power of one in the live chat. All right. Because if you're not where you want to be right now and or you're just getting started, I don't want you to go through what I went through. Right. I want you to develop the skills. Right? To learn the business of online business, right? To gain an incredible sense of focus, right? Because that's the only way any of this is going to happen. You're always going to bring whatever version of you into wherever you go. All right. So hopping around, shiny object syndrome, wishing things would be easier instead of you focusing on getting better, right? All of those are culprits, right? To ultimate failure, ultimate demise, ultimate burnout. Right? Like all the feelings that people typically have when they're like, how come I can't make this so? Right? It's because they're not focused on the power of one. They literally are all over the place. All right. So I want you to, if I'm going to plead for anything tonight, I want you to take this to heart because I truly believe and I know that we all can be earning. We all can be earning. Okay. And I want you to write down on your piece of paper, right? Like, why can't I earn? Or why am I not earning? And at the end of this, I have a shocker to share with you guys. All right. Because I know what a lot of people think when they're met with what I'm going to share tonight. but I know with certainty, and I'm just gonna be real. I know very, very few people that actually follow the formula. Very, very few people that actually follow it. Right? And so I want to encourage you to take this to heart and to make this the formula that you begin to use and that you stick with. All right. Number one, okay, with the power of one, you want to focus on one niche. All right. Everything about the power of one is to help you be discovered by people that are looking for something. When we're starting off online, we're not big enough to be personalities, to be influencers. I don't care what you hear people saying out there. We don't have the freedom to be multi-passionate with vlogs, because the fact of the matter is, right, even though I've had a measure of success, nobody really cares about my lifestyle. No one cares to follow me around throughout the day, right? Like, I'm not going to make money by showcasing my lifestyle. I make my sales by solving a problem for a targeted group of people in one specific niche. All right. If you are in a state in your business where you're like, I want to start making sales, you have to be solving a problem for people. All right. You have to be offering something that people want. All right. And that's going to evoke them making a buying decision in order to get that thing solved. All right. And when I say solved, I'm talking very generically. And that's why I like to lean more on want. Like, people have got to want to make a purchase, not just be entertained because we think we're being multi-passionate, right? And again, we're creating these videos that no one cares about. Instead, we want to create content, right, that is speaking to people that actually want something, whether they've searched for it or whether it's just deep in their heart, right? Like, they want this and you appear in front of them. That's what you want to be thinking. That's why these power of ones is so important. All right. So one niche, because if you decide upon one niche, no matter what platform you choose, you can decide to be a resource to that niche, because it means your YouTube channel. It means your Instagram. It means your TikTok. It means your Facebook. It means your LinkedIn. It means whatever the platform's, Pinterest, right? It means that that platform becomes a resource for your ideal person. Like, your account on that platform becomes a resource, right? So like, you take my YouTube channel as an example. I upload content, I go live, and I post in my YouTube community. And every single one of those formats, they speak to, right, people who are interested in the make money online niche. Like, they're interested in making money online, right? Not once am I showcasing my lifestyle. Not once am I showing pictures of my feet in the sand, right? Not once am I showing what it is that I'm eating, right? Not once do I show cutesy pictures of my husband and I, because the fact of the matter is, the people in my niche don't care about that. Right? Tony wants to know how your girl, Steph Perez, can put her on to making money, right? And as long as I'm always talking about the matters, right, of the people in my niche, I will keep their attention, right? And I will get more attention from people that discover me. If you want to make money selling whatever your thing is, you have to be hyper-focused on these things, all right? Number 2, one targeted market, okay? So your targeted market are the people, right? Or the person that you know you're talking to in that niche. So it's the words you use in your content, right? It's the vibe, it's the energy. It's someone knowing, oh my gosh, she's talking directly to me. And you want that to be heard in everything, right? So if you're on Instagram, right, you want your targeted person, right, that might be in the make money online niche or whatever the niche you are, you want them to hear you in your reels. You want them to hear you in your carousels. You want them to hear you in your stories, right? You want them to hear you when you go live. All right. Again, the same way I use YouTube, right? Like, my ideal person, everything I do, it reinforces what I have just been saying, right? No inspirational quotes. Right? No, I'm giving call to actions. I'm talking business. I'm talking making money. I'm talking, why haven't you started? I'm talking about, these are the steps, right? Like, I am reinforcing with everything that I do that I'm here for the person that wants to learn how to start making money online, that's ready to get off of the struggle bus, right? And that needs a solid solution. They need answers. They need a mentor, right? And I'm showing up reminding them that I have what you need. All right. Number 3, Okay? You want to solve one problem. Okay? One problem. Why do we want... Take a break just for a second. Actually, it's not a break. It really brings this all together as we're going through it. You guys, the power of one, it not only keeps you focused, right? But it makes it very, very easy to keep saying the same things that need to be said, right, to your targeted people that want something. If I was an expert in, let's just say something silly like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, are there really a gazillion ways to talk about creating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Not really, right? Maybe there's different bread types. Maybe there's different jellies. Maybe there's different peanut butters, right? Maybe there's different ways of actually fixing it. But even with all of that, I'm staying true, right, to creating content for people that are out there searching, right, for how to make a really good peanut butter and jelly sandwich, how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with rye, how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with white bread, right? Grape or strawberry, right? Extra jelly or an extra peanut butter or a little bit of peanut butter. Do you see what I'm saying? And a lot of jelly. I'm answering all the questions. Like I am the resource for someone, right, that wants to know all about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right? I'm not going to start veering off. So we think about the one problem that we solve, right, for the niche and the targeted market in that niche. What does that person want, right? Do they want to learn how to run Facebook ads? Do they want to learn how to get their business started? Do they want to learn how to drop, right, their first 5 pounds? Do they want to learn how to lose weight with walking? Do they want to learn how do I manage my weight as a person over 50? Like you have to know how you solve their problem. And the way that you really tap into this is act as if you were at your job and someone said, hey, what do you do on your pastime? And you said, hey, I started this YouTube channel, right? And I sell this product and this product helps people do XYZ. What is that XYZ? Right? So when I go to the bank and the lady's like, wow, what do you do? Right? As I'm a digital marketer, as I sell a course and it helps people that want to learn, right, how to start making money online or how to bring their businesses to the internet. You see how it just rolls off. I know what I do and for who I do it for. I help people establish themselves online, right? I help people learn digital marketing. I help people learn the business of online business. I'm not trying to specialize in Facebook ads. I'm not trying to specialize in any kind of ads, right? I'm helping people learn the foundation of building an online business. All right. So for me, one problem that I'm solving, right? I know the person, I know what they want, and I provide what it is that they need to help them get what they want. Okay. I make it easy for people to buy from me because I'm consistent in those things. I'm not changing my niche every couple of months or every couple of weeks. I'm not changing my targeted market, right? I made it really easy. I'm not just talking to women. I'm not just talking to men. I'm talking to people that are hungry, right? And through my messaging, right? The people come through that hear me, which oftentimes it's people that are like, Steph, I'm tired of my job, right? I'm nearing retirement. Why? Because I talk about those things, right? I represent those things as a woman that's 50. Right? And so even though I don't have to say my content is for people over 50, that's where so many people struggle. You think you have to be so my business is for women over 50, that blah. No. Knowing your heart, what they want and where they are in life, and speak to that in your content. Right? Allow your messaging to be the thing where your target market self-identifies. This person gets me and they have what I need to help me get what I want. If I buy what they're selling me, I can get what I want. All right. And again, the only way they're going to hear you is by you being repetitive in this. How hard do you think it is to be repetitive if you're constantly changing all of these things? If there's always a different problem that you're solving? Do you see why it's so easy for me to be repetitive, in all of my content? It's pretty much the same frameworks, the same outline. I say the same things, right? And they serve two purposes. Right? They serve a lot of my customers that are like, oh my gosh, Steph, I've been listening to you for 7 months now, but I just now finally get it. Right? I have customers that watch my live streams like it's paid content. They treat this equally. They treat this as high of an importance as I do the course or my mentorship files. right? Because I'm always teaching. I'm always pointing in the right direction. I'm always giving the steps. I don't have a different conversation, right? These are the steps. I just dive deeper in my paid stuff, like in my mentorship. And you learn step by step in the actual course how to implement all of these things, right? In a foundational, fundamental way. But if I'm always all over the place and every week it's, oh, now there's this and oh, now there's that, right? And I'm not constantly speaking to the same problem, not only is that harder for me, but now it's harder for people to trust and have confidence in buying from me, because what am I even talking about? I hope this is making sense, you guys. All right. Number 4, one product offering. Okay, you guys, the first year I hit $100,000. I started that year and I said, okay, I want to hit $100,000. I was in a business opportunity where I could earn $250, $500, or $1,000, depending upon what level someone purchased. My mind was made up. I need to sell the $1,000 package 100 times. And I was like, any $250 or $500 packages, like those will just be bonuses. So at that time, if I had a sales tracker, right, I would have tracked all sales, but I probably would have highlighted all the $1,000 sales, and that's what I'd be counting. That would be all that mattered to me, because I knew, right, if I've been here, power of one. I didn't sell multiple offers that year. I sold one. I was in one business. I talked about that one business in all of my content. If I ran promos or ran special deals, right, it was to get people in that one business, right, at that $1,000 level. I was so intentional, right? And when I wasn't hitting my mark each month, like I knew how many I needed to do each month, right, I would put specials in place. I would activate special things that I was going to do, because again, I knew what I wanted. I knew what it was going to take, right? So you see how I made my business very simple. I need 100 sales at 1,000, right, to make $100,000 this year. I knew the niche that the business pertained to, right? And I knew the people that I was talking to. I had a very specific message and solution for the business that I was offering. All right, I wasn't just selling the thing. I wasn't just talking about, oh, just make $1,000 a day. Yes, I talked about that, but I had a very specific solution that people bought into. All right. The very first year when I had that breakthrough where I took the last of my $200 and got involved in a biz op and, made $6,000 my first month. That's all that I talked about every single day in my videos. That's all I sent in my emails. It's all, anytime I set something up, it was to support people in that business. Every single thing I did, it was all about that business. There were no extra income streams. I wasn't dibbling dabbling. I wasn't worried about what else was out there. Hyper focused. All right. So one product, okay? One product offering, okay? And you guys, there are people out there, Layla Hormozi, right? She was one of the first people that I heard actually break this down where it really, really resonated with me. And her thing is, until you earn $1 million, right? The power of one. I'm just saying, until you've done 6 figures, power of one, right? And I would say 6 figures in a year. Or if you want to do 6 figures in a year, make it easy on yourself and follow this formula, because I know that it works. All right, you guys, business can be hard enough. And if you are in a constant state of juggling, right, like shiny object syndrome will take you totally out of the game. It is difficult enough to be consistent on one platform. I do a video on Monday. I do 2 live streams throughout the week, Thursday and Saturday, right? And I post daily in my YouTube community. Those efforts, like you may think that doesn't sound like a lot, but it does. I've got to research my content for my Monday videos. I've got to be inspired, right? And wrap my idea around for Thursday, and then wrap my idea around Saturday, right? And then how am I going to bring it all home with my content all throughout the week, right? In my YouTube community. If I was trying to talk to different people, juggle ideas and thoughts, be on multiple platforms, right? Alternate multiple offers, right? Because let's hedge the bets. Let's make sure we have all these pots spinning because we never know which one's going to pop. Or make sure I'm on all the platforms because I don't want to miss anyone that might be on Instagram and not on YouTube. No, you definitely will miss the mark that way. But if you can choose, which is our next item, one platform. If you can choose one platform, put your energy, put your effort, make that home, and have the belief that, wait a second, out of 2.7 billion people on YouTube, of course all the customers I need for this year to hit my goal are here. Of course they are. Or if you decide upon Instagram, of course all the people that I need are on Instagram. It's very subtle mindset shifts. It's not a fear of missing out because I'm not on all the other platforms. It's the certainty in knowing that if I need 500 customers this year for my goal, they're here on YouTube. They watch videos. They're consuming the content that I create. They're looking for a great person to purchase from. They're here. I just got to show up in abundance so that I can be their logical choice, so that I can get in front of them, so that YouTube can put my video in front of them, right? So that they can discover my uploaded content, my live streams, my community post. I'm telling you, you pick one platform, you will be busy enough on that one platform to be very, very prolific and to constantly be in front of people. Right? During our last community call, right, one of my newer customers, we were talking about this topic and kind of diving deeper into how we actually do all this, right? She's like, yes, I see you everywhere. And that's funny that someone can say they see me everywhere, right? I know she meant on YouTube, right? But that's the nature of these platforms. When someone discovers you and you keep creating content, or you have a library of content, the platform will keep pushing your content in front of those people as they come onto the platform. Right? And so it makes sense to be like concentrated on one platform, so that as people discover you and keep coming back, right, the platform can keep pushing more content of yours in front of them. Right, y'all, that's powerful knowledge right there. Powerful. All right. Number 6. All right. One content plan that you can keep rinsing and repeating. So here's the thing. There is no right or wrong. All right. The year that I hit my first 6 figures, I was doing a combination of uploaded content like several times throughout the week. And then I was also going live, right, scattered throughout the week as well. I was probably going live 3 or 4 times out of the week, as well as uploading 2 to 3 times out of the week as well. We didn't have community at that time. We didn't have any kind of shorts. Those were the 2 things that I was doing, right? And that's what made me $108,000 that first year I hit 6 figures. Right? Did I sit down and orchestrate that plan? No. But I made it up in my mind that I needed to upload content and then I needed to go live, and I just made it happen. I didn't have a written plan. I didn't know, like, there was no rhyme or reason. I just knew that I had to be there. I just knew that I had to do it. And so I stuck to that plan. And I've shared this many times. There were so many days, because a lot of times people, they confuse the way they feel with what needs to be done. If you think I feel like doing every single thing you see me do in my business, you'd be so mistaken. But I know there's things that must be done, period, regardless how I feel. I don't make the money if I tap into my feelings too much and don't do what needs to be done. But that first year I hit 6 figures, I cannot tell you how many days I was like, I don't want to go live, right? Like just minutes or an hour or 2 before I had scheduled to go live. And it was those very nights that when I went live, I ended up signing up 1 to 2 people. Think about where you are in business right now, and how one decision, right, is the power between not making $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 in an hour and making it. See, because the thing is, we just don't know. We just don't know. Because I went live, I was able to acquire customers that were discovering me for the first time. I didn't worry about the perfect plan. I just knew that my content plan was to maximize YouTube. And that was creating content, uploaded content, and going live. And between both of those, I generated leads, right? And I sold what it was that I wanted to sell. And I kept it that simple. I made it easy for people to buy. Now, hear me on this. Let's really talk about the reason the power of one is so powerful, or one reason why. Out of that $108,000 that I earned that first year of earning 6 figures, if you hang out with me, you've heard me break down exactly what I do, why I do it, and all the things. And one of those things is email marketing. So from my YouTube content, I always build my email list. Out of that $108,000, $86,000 of those dollars came directly from people after they opted in. Some people then buy for months and months and months later, right? I remember one gentleman specifically didn't buy for almost a year later. But 86,000 of those dollars were from people that joined my email list, sat on my email list, and bought sometime later. The reason it was easy for people to buy is because they could depend on every email that I sent or every email they received from me, right, to be pushing them and nudging them to that one thing that I was selling, much like I do right now. Every single email that I send out to my marketing list, right, is always, you need the course. This is what the course has done for me. This is how the course is helping people. Number 7, build one marketing email list that you can keep communicating with. Okay, these are some things that I've added on from the initial instructions, right, that I've heard from Layla. Build one marketing email list that you can keep communicating with. Hey, y'all, this is where so many people fall off. They start building an email list, but then they never establish an email marketing routine to stay in communication with them. Or they're trying to spin 5 or 6 different marketing lists because they're trying to market 5 or 6 different products. And again, they wonder why, right? Nothing's coming together. You're not even together. How can things come together if you're not together? And always remember this, you guys, the power of one, it keeps you focused. It keeps you aligned. It keeps you sold out for what you're selling. Please write that down. Can someone just type in sold out? Can someone just sell out to their plan? Can someone sell out to what it is that they're selling? Right? Can someone just sell out for where they're going? If you can sell out, right, other people, right, what you're selling will become contagious. They'll be like, I need to be a part of that. People nowadays, because of so many really bad messages, they're afraid to sell out, right, to their plan, to their direction, to their focus, to the thing. For fear of, I don't have multiple streams of income. No, most people who want multiple streams have no streams. They're bringing in no streams. So please understand this. Your prospects, the people that you want to consume your content, they can never be more clear about what you do and what you sell and who you sell it to and why you sell it. All those important questions. People out there can never be more clear on what you do than you are. Power of one keeps you insanely clear. I'm never wondering from day to day, week to week, month to month, what I'm selling, why I'm selling it. Should I sell something else? Right? Should I send an email out for this as well? No. I'm sold out on this because this is what helps people learn digital marketing. This is what helps people learn the business of online business. This makes my job so easy because if I was teaching this, right, you'd be spending thousands of dollars to learn this directly from me. I am saving people time. I am saving people money. People that want to make money online, I don't care what niche or what they want to sell, they need what's in this course. I am sold out for it. I literally looked up on buying this course. It is the only master resale rights course I know where you actually get the downloads, and you have ownership in this thing. I literally looked up on this being the program that fell in my lap a year ago when I was looking to pivot. So I have no problem with my daily content, my emails, nothing, because I know why people need this. I know why I sell it, and I know why I don't need to sell anything else out there. And just to prove my point on this, I've invested into several of other MRR programs just to see if there was anything, right, worth my time and worth my energy in sharing with other people. No reason. There is no reason. There's no reason to complicate my business. There's no reason to complicate others. Again, any of you guys been in business for a long period of time and you had multiple deals and people are like, well, Victory Glow, I see that you have this program and this program. Which one should I buy? I've been there before. I've had that kind of business where people are like, you have this and you have that. Well, which one should I buy? How many times have you guys wanted to make buying decisions and you're like, well, you sell this and you sell that. Which one do you recommend? Well, clearly they recommend them both, right? Or is one just a money grab? When you, again, the power of one, the choice is really easy. Please write this down, y'all. People will buy what you sell. Just make it easy. Sell the thing you know that really solves that one problem for that one target market you're talking to. Okay? Tony Turner. Nothing else I could sell her would serve her the way she needed to be served to get what she needs to help her get to where she wants to go. Nothing else I could have sold her. Nothing. That is what I believe. That is what I know. That's why I sell what it is that I sell. So literally, and for anyone that was around about a year ago, I was talking about that. I talked about selling out. We like to think that's such a bad phrase or a bad word or whatever. No. People that are sold on what they do, they're sold out for it. They're not swayed, right? There's no better idea than the idea I have. And I think if more people felt that way about what they sold, they would sell a lot more of what they want to sell. People have to know that you are sold out for it. They have to know you're a ride or die. They have to know that you have the best deal in town, whatever, however you want to look at it. They have to believe that there's a fear of missing out, right? Because, oh my gosh, Steph, you talk about it every single day. Yes, it's because I believe in it more and more every single day, right? The proof is in the pudding more and more every single day that this is the place to be if you want to learn these skills. Number 8, focus for 1 year. Focus for 1 full year. You guys, this is probably the most important part. However, it's so important that you understand this part is more of a mindset versus a hard finish line. Okay? It's not, oh, I bought the course on August 3rd and I'm going to hang out right until August 3rd of 2025. And I'm not where I want to be by then, right? No, it's not about that. It's about being true to all of these things. I want to think about that for a second. How many of you guys have been in business and you can honestly say that you are true, ride or die, sun or, rain or shine in your business doing these things? Literally. I look back at my channel. I've not missed a week of content. From the time I started the year going live, when I realized I needed to transition, I started doing a video every single Monday. That was like in February or March. I have not missed a Monday. If I missed a Monday, I did it on Tuesday, but maybe that was 1 or 2 times. I do not miss a Monday. When I started to post in my YouTube community, which was in July 4th weekend, I remember July 4th week, because we were away on vacation. And I was like, you know what? There's not much I can do, but I can start posting. And then that just became my thing. And then I committed. You can feel free, go to my YouTube community. You're going to see a post every single day. See, these are the signposts you should be looking for. If you're ever like, but I sell the same thing Steph sells, how come no one's buying from me? What does your content footprints look like? Right? What does your YouTube community look like compared to mine? What do your uploads look like compared to mine? Right? What does your live streams look like compared to mine? You follow these 8 things, okay, with the knowing that it is impossible to fail. I don't see how you don't hit your goals. Because I've never had a bad year tapped into this plan. I'm going to say it again. I've never had a bad year tapped into this plan. The times in my business were like this. Can I talk about this for a second? The reason I pivoted from coaching, consulting, and my own digital products is because I was constantly in creation mode. If I was not chasing clients, I was constantly launching every single month. I intentionally did that to myself. Every month I had a new workshop, and I was constantly launching a new workshop every single month. So between my workshops I was launching every single month to doing sporadic week-long workshops, right, to trying to fill my high-ticket coaching program, I was constantly in not creation mode to call people in, creation mode to sell something. So while I was successful as a coach, I burned out and I started to loathe it because I felt like I had to. It didn't feel like this is fun. and this is enjoyable and I'm doing like my life's work. I felt like I had to do those things. And so I was constantly creating. And so if you think about it, in a year's time, like you guys, I can show you my plans going into these specific years where I'm like, in 2018 or it was after 2021, right? I'm going to launch 12 programs. What was I thinking? 12 workshops, right? And then I'm going to do XYZ every quarter. And then, in November, I'm going to do my end of year report card. Like, y'all, I was probably launching anywhere between 16 to 20 things a year. So how focused could I really be on just creating really great content? Thinking out my content, like everything that I'm able to do now, because I don't have to recreate a product. I've been selling the same product for a full year that I did not have to create. So the only thing that I focus on a weekly basis is my bomb content for Monday, my bomb lives for Thursday, my bomb lives for Saturday, right? And my posts throughout the week. I'm not worried about when I'm going to launch. So again, every single year that I've done exceptionally well, where 6 figures was not even a problem, where it's like I looked up and I'm like, I did that. This is the formula that I followed. The years that I did not follow this, I even posted on Facebook one year, I will never make 6 figures that hard again. And guess what, y'all? I did it repeatedly. The thing I said I would not do, I did several years in a row. Please take my advice on this. This makes it easy. Now, remember I just said, right? Because I've heard it many, many times throughout the years. Steph, I'm promoting the same thing that you're promoting, and maybe you guys have said it to yourself. But remember that last point, focus for 1 full year. And remember, it's more of a mindset shift than a hard finish line. Okay? I'm getting ready to blow some of your minds with what I'm going to say, because if you ever looked at someone and you just thought, I don't get it, we're doing the same thing. I don't get it. I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it again. You might have to go back, rewind it, and write it down. Okay? This is going to blow your mind. Because I don't know where this came from, but I flowed with it and I'm like, wow, the people need to hear this. If anyone ever challenges me on this, this is what I know. You may be doing some of this, some of the time, but most of the time you are not doing this, nor enough. Consistent enough where the numbers are really working for you. Yet you're thinking that you are in the game because you keep hanging around. You keep hanging around all year, but it is not the same thing as a full commitment in full activation of the plan. Do I need to repeat that? If anyone challenges me on this, this is what I would say to them. You may be doing some of this, some of the time. But most of the time, you're not doing this, nor enough. Consistent enough where the numbers are really working for you, yet thinking that you are in the game because you keep hanging around all year. But it is not enough, or it's not the same thing as a full commitment in full activation of the plan. So it's activating the power of 1, filling in all the blanks of what the power of 1 is, and working it with consistency every single day. Holding yourself accountable to this plan every single day. You want to hit 6 figures faster than the majority of people that are dibbling and dabbling out there in digital marketing land or digital product land or affiliate marketing land, right? Or anything they're trying to do on the internet. The power of 1 is your ticket to make it happen fast and to make it happen faster than most. All right. You guys, it's like I said earlier, we really all should be earning. It hit me, just last week when I first started sharing this, I'm like, if I could have not the greatest month and still do 5 figures, that's when it hit me. I wasn't striving. I was very much so at peace. I was like, oh, it's the summer months. But then I look up and I still do 5 figures. And I was like, everybody should be earning. Everybody should be earning. If it's not 5 figures, earning something. But then again, I knew I had to share this message tonight because I know that most people are not doing this. Most people don't have a commitment to this. And this is where it's always lied for me. All right. Now, I want to tell you where Digital Profits You can help you. All right. I'm going to tell you with what I do, my product, my community, my mentorship, right? How it can help you dial into all of this. What I will tell you is I've noticed, so I have a private mentorship community where people that want to work with me one-on-one, work with me one-on-one. And what I've discovered over this past year of working with people is I know for a fact there were some people that would have dropped the ball, given up, went elsewhere, invested more energy, time, money elsewhere, had they not had someone there to help them. Because again, all you know is what you know, and most people don't know what they don't know. And so when we talk about things like shiny object syndrome, most people believe things are supposed to work for them, not that they have to dial in and make something work. So if you bring your same self with the same behaviors, right? The same give up spirit, right? Or give up attitude, or grass is greener on the other side, or grass is greener over there, or all the gurus are doing this, or $900 this and $500 this. If your mind keeps doing that and you never get better, what you're saying is you're looking for things to be easier. And you're believing that your success really lies in the thing, right? Versus finding something that's going to really help you become better, locking in, learning, developing skills, taking action, setting up a real business, working that business, right? Like a business. Who invests in McDonald's and then 6 weeks later invests into a Taco Bell or a Burger King? Because I just thought it would be easier. I didn't think the competition would be so steep, or whatever the case may be. No one does that. No one goes out there and invests into, right, a major franchise, and because it's harder than they think, go invest into something else. Only the internet is where I know people do that. And it's because it's easy. It's an easy decision to just hop around. And so I share that because what I love about the dynamic of what I've been doing for a year now, and what I've been doing really, really tough for these past 7-8 months, is building community. Is because I know that is what keeps people locked in. That's the factor that so many people are missing. And we're talking real community, right? Not chat boards and forums, but a real space to show up every single week live on a Zoom, get your questions answered, feed off of the energy of other people, be supported, right? Get the real help that you need to help you take those next steps and to help you make progress, right? So within this community, these are the dynamics that you get to help you on this journey, because it is a journey. All right. And it's not one that I think anyone in their beginning phases, right, should go on all by themselves. All right. I was just on a mentoring call with one of my mentors today. I purchased a course from her quite a few years ago, and she was doing an update call tonight. And she was my mentor when I had my own coaching programs. And so a lot of her updates were pertaining to the coaching, environment. And y'all, it's so funny because I was sitting there listening to her. I already had my talking points for tonight. She was saying everything that I was saying, like coaches need to stop having a gazillion offers and they need to stop launching things every month, right? They should have something core that they can just talk about every single day. Now, that's where the industry is going, because consumers are wiser. They know they don't need a gazillion different things. They know they need to learn some skills, hone those skills, settle in, right, and take action. Y'all, that's where the money is. Someone please write that down. It's in the action that you take on a daily basis. But most people either don't know what those action steps are, or they grow weary too fast. And they really believe it's the thing that's failing them, when if you hop to something else, guess what? You bring that same self to that new thing, and it's still going to be you that fails yourself there. So by actually having a community and not doing this by yourself, you're constantly reminded, right, that you just need to start doing what you know you need to do. So the way that Digital Profits You, DPU, can help you is, number one, we have the training. All right. So we have the core roadmap training, that you get to learn from, that you can even earn from, but you're going to learn all your digital marketing skills from start to finish, from establishing your vision, establishing your message, establishing your business plan, knowing where you want to go with this thing, what you want to build, how you want to build it, who your niche is, who your target market is, right? We help you set your automations up to support your business. I've had customers set up brand new businesses from scratch, memberships, right? Businesses that support brick and mortar businesses, right? That they want to grow online. I've helped people make their first sales by selling the course. It teaches you everything you need to know about building a business online. You're going to learn all about automation, setting up your capture page, your email marketing, how to create campaigns and newsletters, not just how to build a list, but how to make money from your list, right? Your payment processors, everything. How to drive traffic by using YouTube, by using Instagram, by using TikTok, by using Facebook, blogging, right? You learn it all. You learn how to build a base for a continuous business. So this isn't just about making a one-off sale with the various things you want to sell. It's about building a business where your customers come back and they buy more things from you. I love my business because where I used to struggle with consistency of sales, right? I have a sales log, right? And I'm writing down sales all the time. Sometimes it's from repeat customers buying additional services and products from me, right? More often than not, it's brand new customers coming along, right? And purchasing the course. So everything you need to know about digital marketing and getting set up for online business success is here. No matter what you want to sell, the skills, right, are in this course to help you be successful no matter what you want to sell, right? Number two, you get the license. So if you want to sell this course as your own, just like I do, right? And you can sell the entire community. You can sell our office hours. You can sell the course, right? The same message I'm sharing, you can share with people, that they don't have to be in business all by themselves. But if you don't have a product you want to sell, or you get so jazzed up about the make money online space, and now that you're learning, you want to help other people learn, or maybe that's been your vision all along, but you've never been able to, get started that way because you never really learned. This is your opportunity to market something far bigger than just a business opportunity. This is your opportunity to help people really learn these skills, right? Because I'm telling you, we all should be earning, but we're not all earning because we don't all know these things, right? So you get to sell it for 100% profits. Number three, you get the mentorship, right? So again, you have a place every single Tuesday you can show up, get your questions answered, get feedback, get guidance, be supported. No, you're not in business all by yourself, even if it's just to log in and listen to what other people are asking. What I have come to love the most about Tuesday office hours is I have no agenda. So I don't show up there like with an agenda to teach, but oftentimes from the questions that are asked, we end up taking a deep dive into certain topics. A lot of those topics have to do with content creation and establishing our niche, right? In our messaging, like the stuff that actually makes us money, as well as getting help with the tech and putting together your funnel and things of that nature. I can't tell you how much time Tuesday's office hours has helped people. Have you ever yourself had a question about, like, you can't figure out how to do this one thing, right? And either you gave up or it took you weeks and weeks and weeks to figure it out, or support tickets back and forth to figure it out, where we have people that hop on office hours, ask a question, share their screen, and I can tell them exactly what to do or where something's going wrong. We all should be earning, and that's why I do what I do, is because this is not about a money grab. It's not about just $500 days, right? It's about a win-win. It's about helping people get set up to make money online for the long term, but also supporting them on this journey so that they can make money for the long term and not give up, but stay true, right, to what's really, really going to help them. You're going to be successful by putting yourself in position for helping yourself. All right, you align with the right people, you align with the right tools, you align with the right training, the right education, you empower yourself to have everything you need to begin helping yourself. That is what I love about this, right? And then we have additional opportunities, right, to support you with your ongoing growth as well. All right, so everything that you need to help you get in this game, to help you get your share, and to help you build something for the long term. Y'all, I've been here 17 years. Through good, bad, and different, I've been here. Through ups and downs, I've been here. Through different niches and different target markets and different products, I've been here. It took me a long time to get to where I am right now, but I made a lot of money along the years. It just wasn't always the most fun. I would love to help more people get to where I am faster in their journey, because you don't have to go through everything that I went through. But I didn't have this course. I didn't have anything that even resembled this when I was getting started. And that's why I can't say enough about why people need this, right? Seriously, we have one life to live. Who knows how long each and every one of us are here? How long do you want to spin your wheels? How long do you want to have the desire to do something different? How long are you going to go wanting to start an online business and let everything and the kitchen sink get in your way, right? When are you just going to decide to go for it? I think you would surprise yourself if you got serious right now, what you could accomplish over these final 5 months of the year. I think you'd be very, very surprised, because I know that's what I did for the first 3 to 4 months of this year. I changed my finances, right? 3 months, completely changed my finances, right? And I only share that because I want to inspire more and more people and to let more and more people know what is possible. What I love about 6 figures, right, is that first it's like you go for 6 figures a year, right? That's what I did. And then I'm like, now let's condense time frames. How often can we do 6 figures, right? So it's like, now I have the ticket, right? 6 figures less than a year. Right now, how many times throughout the year can I do 6 figures in the next 3 months? Right? Can I do 6 figures in the next 2 months? It's about condensing time frames. And where that comes from, it's not mystical, it's not magical, it's not kumbaya. It's what's in this course. Again, these skills, right? Establishing what works for you when you work your plan. Again, the power of one, right? Doubling down, right? And the thing about power of one, when you're constantly building your audience, you're constantly talking to the same group of people in terms of the same audience, right? And you're growing that audience and your email list is growing. That's when momentum, right, begins to kick in. That is how I multiplied my business so fast during those first 3 months, is that I was multiplying my YouTube channel, multiplying my email list, right? And so it's like everything just began to compound, right? And even during July, which is, statistically a slow month, right, for digital sales, because people are vacationing, kids are out of school, right? Like people's minds just aren't in the same place. Because I had all of that momentum, I was still able to bust 5 figures, right, in July. Yeah, I only share these things, y'all, because I'm telling you, it's focusing on things like this, right? When we know better, we can do better, right? So I want to invite you. To come inside Digital Profits U. I want you to get access to this course, right? And for anyone that doesn't know, limited time, right? Invest in the course now, right? So go over to GoProWithSteph.com, or if you're on my email list, go to a link where the link is and get started. And you're going to get 2 courses and 2 opportunities for the price of 1, right? The original roadmap community which is what I segued off of, right? So that I could keep the MRR opportunity alive for me and my community. You'll get that. And then you'll also get the new program that Zach and Hannah are launching, right, called Roadmap Exclusive, which is an affiliate program. All right. So you'll get access to 2 training platforms, 2 communities, right, and 2 opportunities to earn if you want to. You can decide which one suits your fancy, but by getting it started now, by the 15th, you're going to be grandfathered right into that exclusive program. All right. And because of their deadline of August 15th, I decided to extend my extended mentorship, which gives you access to my private mentorship on a monthly basis and my mentorship hub. I've extended that until the 15th as well. All right. And so if you missed the last time when I was like, that was it, I just thought it made really, really great sense to just allow it to roll over, with what they're doing. And it's going to end the same time the extension ends with that. So if you've been on my email list, or you've been someone that's been plugging into, the roadmap details, and you've been on the outside looking in, wanting to get involved, like that's every reason, right, to go ahead and decide to get involved now. My mentorship, right, will be at an additional cost for new customers after this extension expires. All right. So for those that want the additional monthly training, the mentorship hub that's full of replays and additional lessons and my online business growth blitz and all these different things that I've done, right, to help people like really learn and hone in on all of this, you get that included, but it will be at an additional cost later down the road if that is something that you want. All right. I really hope that you are leaving better. I hope I painted a picture, right, and made it very clear of This is what I did to experience massive success every single year that I had, amazing success that almost felt effortless, right? Compared to the years where I struggled and worked so extremely hard, right? When I was trying to do something contrary to this. And that's where most people are, trying to spin way too many plates and they're going nowhere fast, nowhere fast. This year has not only been fun and profitable, but it's been lighter than any other year in business, right? And I've out-earned any other year in business for myself, all right? That's why I say I just believe that we all should be earning, and I believe everyone has the capacity, right? If you honestly know what to expect and what you should do, all right? And again, if you want help on this journey, right, to remind you of these things, to hold you even accountable to these things, to be your mentor on these things, right, to be a voice of, of reminding you and helping you and guiding you, right? The community is definitely where you want to be. Much bigger than just buying a course, right? It's buying into something that's going to help you learn the skills that are necessary, but also be there for you, right, as you begin to progress. If you have any questions, right, go to goprowithsteph.com. Go through the very simple sales page. If you do have any questions, feel free to hit reply on any email that you received from me. All right. Klarna and Afterpay are accepted if you want to use payment plans to help you in getting started. And again, if you have any questions, just hit reply on any email. I'll be more than happy to communicate and help you in getting started. Again, I hope that you guys are leaving better. Just remember the power of one. This formula is going to be your path to success. It's going to make things incredibly easy. All right. You guys take action, right? Trust the process, believe in yourself. All right. Like decide that you want to be here for other people, right? Be about something way bigger than the money and just watch how your business changes. All right. Have a great night, you guys. I hope you're leaving better and I'll see you inside of the community. Bye-bye.